Get ready for the Work Better podcast. I'm Toree McQueen, here to share stories on what's working and what's not in business and in life from humans all over the world. I believe everyone's version of success looks different, but in the end, we should all love our life's work. And in doing so, live a life of complete fulfillment. And if you don't love your work, I'm hoping you'll tune in and uncover some inspiration here to work better. Hey guys, today's guest is a LinkedIn specialist with over 20 years of experience working with international companies. She's developed the groundbreaking Link methodology designed to elevate your professional presence on LinkedIn and take your career and your life to the next level. In this conversation, she'll share the simple secrets of LinkedIn and how to actually play the game to achieve remarkable results in business and in life. Whether you're looking to transform your LinkedIn strategy, advance in your career, get a pay raise, or make a significant life change, this episode is packed with insights to guide you. I was surprised by so many things that she said because LinkedIn is something we all know that we should be a part of, but yet we don't. Let's welcome to the show, Carol Moya. Hi, Carol. So happy to have you here. I have so many questions for you.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, Tori. And, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to think of where to start with you because I already just meeting you and getting to know like what you do and all of that. It's so unique. And I also think that this is the direction that a lot of people are going to need going forward, especially with um, you know, all the countries kind of merging together. I feel like there's something happening here. But before we dive into all my questions, why don't you tell the audience what you do?
Okay. Well, I've been in the market for more than 20 years. I used to work in the automotive industry.
Okay.
So this is what I did. And when I moved to USA, I bring companies to here and accelerate their business down here. So this is what we do. And when I start to bring, because our biggest business that we have is in Germany. So when I start to work with the Brazilians company down here, I realized that they did not have, most of them did not have their position, their names on the LinkedIn platform, which is the biggest one. And I've been in LinkedIn since 2009. And so what's kind of hard for me is like, you are paying me to bring your company here and you don't have a name on LinkedIn. So I need to help in both. And so
Yeah.
that was why I changed this part of my business in a book so I could help people to do better and to create their own network. And this has been great.
Oh gosh. Okay, so we're going to unpack this for a second because it's so funny when I interview people who've done these amazing things and they're in it, right? You say you've been in it for like 20 years, but the way you speak about it, you're like, "Oh yeah, I just help companies move here." Now, when you say that because not everybody understands the context, so are you saying you help international companies integrate into the US and start their company here in the US?
Yes, we do that. And we also, if they produce the product, we have both. But let me give an example. We have some companies that already produce the product down here. So we help them to accelerate this down here to sell their products down here. And we have also companies outside of US that they have their products there and they want to bring the products down here. So
So like
we are,
import and exports?
yes. So we open the market down here. So let me give an example. If we have somebody that have a book and they want to come here. So we studied the whole market where this will be better. It will be this in Midwest first or Miami, whenever this will be better, and we study this and we start to accelerate their business down here.
Interesting.
Yes. And all this how we can work with so many like different companies and open the business for them. Everything by LinkedIn. That
Yeah.
is why the connections made. So LinkedIn and my whole life's working. So the connection came here. So I thought if I take everything on my mind about LinkedIn, I will help people to be to work to have this network and all that on the business, and they will fly. I always say the world is too big to not be validated.
Yes. Ugh. Yes. And I think that some people forget how important that is to be in a place like LinkedIn where the network is so strong.
It
Right.
is.
And you
It is
can reach
amazing.
so far.
Yes. I will give you another example that is amazing. And this you can just do on LinkedIn. I moved to here, and a company from Canada, they hire me there and to open the market down here for them.
Mhm.
And the goal was to get on the big three, Stellantis, GM, or Ford, one of those. So I call Stellantis. Oh, no, no, I didn't call. I text a message on LinkedIn. And so the guy, this was on Saturday, and he was like, "Oh, Karen," we start to talk and blah, blah, blah. And making this short, he was like, "Carol, there is no place right now, but we'll keep in touch." Okay. Tuesday. That was Tuesday. They had a big issue on the roof on the cars down here. The first person that he thought was me. And he called me. And he was like, "Karen, can you help me?" Sure. So the president of that company called me, and we got this project for 1 year and a half. It was like almost 2 years. Everything on LinkedIn. So this is how we can connect people. We don't need to know, but if we are validate there, if we know how to play the game, that is amazing. That
Oh,
changed the game.
okay. And I need you to dive deeper into that. So, first of all, do people find you on LinkedIn? Like, how do they know what you do and how to find you and what you actually help with? And also, what kind of problems do you solve? Because they come to you, right? So you reached out to them and they're like, yeah, we don't need you. Oh, wait, now we need you. So, like, what are those type of problems that you're actually like that you're identifying and solving?
I always try to show the benefits because if you are not there, you are losing money on the table is
Mhm.
totally like this because LinkedIn is not about making friends, it's about making business. Let's just
Yeah.
start from there. And so is a lot of people doing like we have like Instagram, Facebook, and all that, and people is just trying to have leads from there. On LinkedIn, you have all the leads, all whatever you want, you can go through. So this is what I try to show everybody. Hey guys, if you want not make friends but make business, open your market and grow, accelerate your business, make good connections, you need to go to LinkedIn. So what I can do for you, I can make your base, your card, like whenever how Carol Moya wants to be seen. So this is the way that I do. So this is the way. Oh, here what I did. So I put. Oh, I closed this big contract. This is my. I went to this university. All that. So everything is there.
For a
Oh,
personal, for a
first,
person,
yes. So it's
an
everything.
individual. Okay.
So the second thing that I do, I help you and I teach you how to play the game there because you need to know how to play the game there. If not, that doesn't make sense. So this is the way. And the third one is the funnel, is where I can help you to find anybody that you want and make the connection. So that is a big change in your life for sure. So
Mhm.
this I what I do is I get you and we put your LinkedIn page like great. I show you how to play this game. And so the sky is the limit for you from now on.
And I love that you said, if you want friends, this is like LinkedIn is not for friends. LinkedIn is for business. And I love that you say that because even if you become friends with people on LinkedIn or you're networking with people, the world is really about who you know
Yes.
that will impact your life in business. Right. So I just love that you say that because I do think, and even I personally struggle with LinkedIn because it's changing so fast. And then you're so used to all the other social media platforms, and LinkedIn is just so powerful, but so different that it really is a different world. So, can you share with us a little bit about maybe 3 ways to play the game that is different than, or just 3 ways to play the game as an individual person, as well as how it differs for a business?
Sure, sure. Well, I will give you the first example. As I told you, it is a business platform. We don't put social things that much. So let me give you this example. If you they want to see the book that I'm reading, not that I'm the fun that I'm having today.
Mhm.
So everything that you add there needs to impact somebody business or life. It's not about that I'm having fun here. I'll put this picture. This is not the platform for this.
Mhm.
So, Carol, so I don't want to put anything of business today. I want to do, I will add like a picture that the book that I'm reading. This is good. I'm somebody will impact with this.
Mhm.
So this is one thing. The second thing that I'll tell you, which is very simple, LinkedIn is not the place that you go and like everything. Is everything strategic? Because if you like everything, everything goes to me and it's not nice. So you will like the picture or the video that makes sense for you in your world. So everything will be together as Carol. So Carol, she likes something like a magazine that is talking about business in Detroit. Okay, that makes sense what I do, where I live. So doesn't is it is the game. So this is one part of the game. You know how to play. You need to know how to play that
And
because you can.
focus.
Yes, and you need to know every step. But Tori, if you know that, that is part of your validation because, first of all, you have everything that you want to show them. Now you are acting the way that you want them to see. And
Mm.
after, to find the people that you want and make business. So it's perfect. And the third point that I will add is if you want to make contact with anybody, we don't ask for anything. We just make the contact. We start the relation. I always say that we need to be more interesting to the person and don't ask anything. So I have many points that I can do. Like I start to have this friendship, this connection with you today. And tomorrow, to be interesting to this person, I can Google something from his company and I can send to him. Oh, I found this and I thought about you, or anything that got you in another level for him is not something that you are not you are somebody that is good to be connected, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
as you are adding to
Your
this guy.
value. So you're adding value. You're
Yes,
constantly adding value to people without asking for anything in return.
that is the number one thing. And if you know that, and if you and this is nice because as much as your network is growing, the connections will see this and you get more and more validate.
Mhm.
And another thing that is amazing, this is whenever you are down there, and this is for everyone. I never travel without make my list of people that I need to know in this city. You can do this
True.
on LinkedIn. Like for my business right now, like like this weekend, I went to Miami. I have my funnel. I know exactly the person that I need to connect because this makes sense. You have this platform that give all this to you. Why not using
Hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you pay for like a
premium?
premium or something that like I have premium, but like do you pay for you say you have a funnel. So what do you do when you're like I'm going to Miami? So what does that look like for you when you open up LinkedIn? Are you seeing a different dashboard or do you just filter or
The great thing is you don't need to have the premium. You can do all this without cost. So if I'm saying that, the answer is why you are not using.
Oh my gosh, that's a
You
good
know,
question.
this is what I thought. Oh my gosh, we have all this, and people is paying so much to have leads, and to start to sell something, and there you have all this. So what we do, I go by filter. So you go by city, you go by the person, like the position that you want to know. Like I want to sell this to HR. So this is the all the HR in this industry in Miami, like in Detroit. I'm on the automotive. Oh, okay. I need to get on the quality managers. So I just do the search Detroit, I put the position, we'll
Mhm.
just keep going. So you have everything in your hand. And the good thing was when I start this to teach this, I was like, okay, my main thing was like, I need to impact. I already have this for me. And I thought that was obvious and people had this, but
Yeah.
they don't. And if they have, if they know how to play the game, if they know how to use that, is a step forward, like step away from a lot of people. So this is great.
Yeah, and I do think that you're right in that it does seem like a no-brainer for somebody who's used it who uses it and then you see it you don't realize the gold mine that you have. You think everybody's doing the same thing. And I think people are just so busy and distracted that they don't we tend to make things more complicated than they need to be. So people are overlooking it and overlooking this free tool that they can use to impact their lives. Now, do you help businesses more or do you help consumers more? Or I should say, like employees more or individuals more?
Well, it's both because LinkedIn, when in 2003, when LinkedIn started, was just to put your resume, was like a platform to put your resume and try to find jobs.
Mhm.
Now it is not just this. Now you have the world there. Like I help companies to be validate, to have their card there, their page
Yeah.
and all that, so they can go to their supplier and to find leads, to find customer, everything there. And it's easy for them, much easier. They don't need to knock on their door. They already booked the meeting before they go, and they go straight to the person that decides. This is the amazing thing. You don't lose time and money, and is everything there. So this is I already told you about Stellantis that I did. I went straight to the quality director. What is the chance in a normal life that you don't know the person to go to a big company like that and have a meeting with him? It's different.
Right.
So I did all this on Saturday on LinkedIn.
Wow. With other social platforms and with email, and you used to reach out to people with email how much of it is real people behind the scenes that you actually get meetings? So like if people reach out cuz things get flooded, right? Things are spammy, I always get people reaching out to me and asking me what services I need and that sort of thing. So, how can people separate themselves from all the people who are just asking? Or, like, how do you actually get the meeting? And is it the real person Or do people have management companies that are behind the scenes, like actually just doing it all?
So this is a good question. And this is the best thing about the platform. Everybody that is there is validated. So, mm,
Explain validated.
well, validated is where you put something there and they know that is true. So
Okay. And is that a behind the scenes thing?
it is, well, it is the way that you want to show your life to the world. You know what I mean? Like, I want to tell the world that I did this and this and that, and I went to this school and that school. This is the way that I want to show.
Mhm.
So this is validate because the people, let me give an example. I told, like, if you go to my resume, I will say there that I did the biggest negotiation in the automotive industry at the truck side. So in the bottom, I have the direct from this company that say, okay, she was there and she was nice. So this is kind of validate what you are
Oh.
saying. So you have many ways to validate. And this is the most nice thing. Let me give you an example. If you go to Facebook and you have a picture with me with a nice car, you don't know if that car is mine or if I'm just taking a picture, right?
Correct.
On LinkedIn, you don't have this. Whatever people put there, we assume that this is correct.
Interesting. Is that just a psychological thing?
Well, it is a trust. They call this as this is the most big professional platform. This is amazing. So let me give you an example. You will be impressed.
It's
When
just
I
interesting because I didn't think about it that way. Because 'cause you're
It
right,
is,
you
it
don't know
is.
what's true, or people are doing it for show, but LinkedIn, people don't assume that it's for show, they assume that that's the real you.
Yeah. When I was trying to get my green card here, the so I was in Brazil and I applied for all my papers down here, and the government went to my LinkedIn to check.
Isn't
See
that interesting?
how this is validate. That is why I use the word validate because, and I think it's amazing the way that they do this.
Mhm.
So whenever I open my Instagram account, which was like a year and a half, and nobody knows me there, on my bio or my contacts, I put my validation is from LinkedIn. So nobody asks for anything. They know that is real. So this is nice.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to, like, you see me looking up because I'm like, "Oh, where do I wanna go with this?" Because I could have you here in front of me for a very long time, and I could just like, send all these questions to you, but I'm trying to filter here because I wanna give people as much value as I can, because they can say, "Yeah, LinkedIn's different. Yeah, I need to get on LinkedIn. Yeah, maybe it could be easier." But what's the trick with it? Why do you think people don't do it?
Because when this platform started was not the purpose that they have today.
Okay.
So I think was because of one point was this. And the other one, I think Instagram, Facebook got so big. I think the social media showing your life and all that got so big that people went went to that side, and the people that stay on LinkedIn was more the people that is on the big companies and all that, but they have a huge value to be there.
Mhm.
And if you are a small company or big company, and this is the way, let me give you another example. I have a very small company down here that came to US, and he told me, "Oh, Kira, I don't think I need LinkedIn." They go, I think everybody needs a LinkedIn account and to make that more value for you." So he sells slabs here
Mhm.
and they make countertop down here. And the first thing that I did, I asked him, what is the biggest supplier that you have? And he told, oh, it's a big one in Italy. Okay, give me the name. So we searched, we got the name, and I went at the end, make this short, we went to the owner. We had the contact of the owner that I contact with him, and I told him, okay, we are going in Italy sometime, and I want to go to meet you. We've been doing business with you in Brazil more than 20 years. Now we are here in the US, all this, and we can do it. We can make it. So think about this. This was so far away from the company to think
Yeah.
about this. And
Mhm.
now it's so close. And think about this. If they go or if they don't go, they can use this. Like whenever they go to start the business here, well, I have the contact with Eduardo, which is the owner of the company in Italy. So that changed the game.
Oh, yeah.
See,
And
so
yeah, it just makes everything accessible.
yes, this is, and you don't need to pay for that, and you don't need to ask for favor. This is the most beauty of this. This is what I think. So that is why I'm teaching this, because for sure this will change the life, like your professional life. Oh, this
Yeah.
is amazing. So this is kind of is a game change. So and I every day that I change one life like this, if I help, I was like, good. I'm in the right path. That is nice.
Yes, you're so right with that. And how long have you been a LinkedIn expert? And what did you do before that? And I'm curious to know, when did you take the leap to become the expert and how all that started?
I've been always like since 2009. I
Mhm.
I've been on LinkedIn, and I use LinkedIn like 85%, 90% of my day since ever.
That's your job. You're in it, talking to
Yes.
people.
What I'm telling you is what I do every single
Yeah.
day.
Mhm.
So I did my book, my methodology this year because what I told you, I saw this, the people were passing whenever I bring company here and start to open the market. They didn't have the obvious thing that I thought that they have. So I was like, okay, what I do my whole day, I think I can just put this here on my, because I just realized I was talking too much about LinkedIn, about you need to be there so I can help you more. So that was why I start to give part of my time to make this methodology. And I was like, if I have a methodology that you go from number one to this and go one step by step, you have all this, that will be great. That will be my goal in life. So I did this. So the LinkedIn specialized, I've been my whole life. Like I've been, this is what I do. I don't know to how business life without LinkedIn.
Mm.
So what I did was this year, I just put everything that I have on my mind in a methodology so I could help people to do the same.
Is the methodology that you have, it's in book form, right?
It is. It's a book prompt.
Do you oh, it's so beautiful.
It is. It
So well
is.
done. Do you have that in a lot of different languages for different countries, or do you have it, does it look different for businesses versus individuals, or no?
No, it is the
Same.
same. Yes. Right now, I have in Portuguese and English, but we are looking next year, we will have in another languages.
Good. Do
But
you oh, go ahead.
the methodology is the same for everyone. So this is the beauty of this because you start this for you and you can add the same things to your business and just keep going.
Wow. It's
It's
so
amazing.
amazing. Yes, yes. And I feel like LinkedIn has changed so much throughout the years also.
Mhm.
Do you feel that when people, like, let's say people are validated on LinkedIn, but then their socials don't match, does that hurt people, do you think?
I love you saying validate now.
Mhm.
Well, this is another thing that I try to tell people, because sometimes they are doing their best on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. They are trying to make business or make money there.
Mhm.
And if they just change one thing on the right on the top, say, okay, my validation, or it is on LinkedIn, you
Mhm.
get more value. So
Yeah.
I don't think that hurt. Like if you go to my Instagram account, I put my day, I put my kids, I put my dogs. This is why that platform is because of this. But at the same time, I have my methodology there too. I sell there too. But I show my lifestyle there.
Yeah.
On LinkedIn, I don't show my lifestyle. I just show the business part.
Mhm.
And what I just add posts or whatever I do, I add value to the platform.
Hey there, friends. Are you in business and wanting to get more clients over the next 6 weeks? Well, I've got something just for you, the 5831 Method Session and Guide. It's all about simplifying your strategy to attract and close those dream clients. No more guesswork. Think of this as a little one on one session with me to figure out the exact strategies to gain those next clients to close. When you jump on board, you'll snag a downloadable guide and step by step video session with yours truly, so we can tailor this method to fit your unique business and goals. And imagine this, in just under an hour session, you'll have a custom roadmap ready to roll out over the next 6 weeks. So what are you waiting for? No matter what business you're in, head on over to toreemcqueen.com/method. That's toreemcqueen.com/method, or find the link in the show notes to get more clients today. Is there a certain algorithm or way to add the value? Like, there's so many things on like what to do, what not to do, but what are some of the big no-nos on LinkedIn for people?
You need to be there more. You need to be there every day, but you don't need to post there every day. If you don't have anything that will add value, you don't need to do. But you need to be there. As I told you, you can, and it's so amazing because you can go to the groups. What makes sense for me? Oh, it makes sense this kind of group. So you will receive everything from that group. You can do
Yeah.
lives there, but the lives there is for validate people. So we'll have you in another level. This is amazing. So let me give an example. Oh, I need to talk with this magazine in New York. Okay,
Mhm.
good. What is the magazine? It's right here. Who is the people that I need to talk? Is right. So you just make the filter, you get there. But if I can give a tip here, like something that I can say, if you don't have your base, your started, like your life, how you want to be seen, you cannot achieve the rest.
Mhm.
So you need
Because
to
you'll
be.
go attract like, people will notice you, but then when they go to look at you, that is your entire reputation, it sounds like.
Yes. And so like let me give an example. Sometimes you did not start like you didn't put your podcast or everything there, and you want to go to this magazine. Let me give you this magazine example. How do you add value to them since you don't have all your main points there?
Yeah.
Let me give you another one, that a simple one that can change the whole game. Back in Brazil, I always have my LinkedIn on in English, and I always did business in the whole world. So back there, my name was just Carol Moya. Whenever I came to the US, I realized that if I put my master business on my name, that changed the game. They use this.
Whoa.
So my name now is Carol Moya, MBA. So
Hmm.
that changed the game when I send any emails. Oh, it is not just Carol Moya, it's Carol Moya MBA. So the simple things that sometimes you have this
Mhm.
degree, you can add. and that will change totally your game. Like in Brazil, if you have an MBA, is been like very popular in this world there. Down here, I'm saying on the automotive industry that I've been working, it's just a few people that have. So you go right in the top just with something on your name.
Yeah, and it makes sense now when you're saying like, "Oh, because 'cause you're validated."
Yes.
When people see, they see, "Oh, if they're on LinkedIn, they're already a top percenter because they're focused on business or career or achievement
Mhm.
of sort. Their professional life is a priority."
Yes.
Does that sound about right? That if people are on LinkedIn, it means you have your professional career is at the top of is a top priority.
Is the most big professional platform. So it's a professional. So we need to put all these professional things there. And it's just sometimes simple things that sometimes you already have and change totally the game. So this all those things I always paid attention and keep improving my LinkedIn profile and all this that I put on my methodology, because sometimes you have just one simple thing that changed the whole thing. And this is amazing.
Yeah. And do you think companies what changes for companies now on the business side? I know you related it back to, businesses that want to move and they need to reach out to their suppliers. So they're reaching out to other businesses. So it can be B2C as well as C2B as well as B2B.
Yes. Yes. Like for the company is you're there and you can have your leads, you can have your customers, you can have your suppliers, you can connect with the whole world, your world. So you will see this. So, oh, okay, who's my suppliers? Is this and that and that. Sometimes you have a supplier that your connection is just the buyer. How about to have the connection with the director, to know the owner, to know more? Sometimes this will help you so much because you can have always will help you. Let me tell you this will always to know just one person. And let me give you another example. Sometimes you have this supplier, but you never had access to this one that it will be great for you, is your goal. LinkedIn will show you all the person that you need to contact. And you have this in your hand. You start this relation, you can tell your story and blah, 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 and have the point like the meeting and make business.
And is it proper etiquette to just DM people or message people right away? Or is that not proper etiquette? Do you need to engage in their stuff and comment on their things? Is that the game there? Or what kind of
Well,
tips do you have for the game there in
well,
actually starting to create that relationship?
yes, yes, that is a great question because you have that manual test that they already send. I never send that because you will be one more. If you
Yes, you'll
because
blend
this
in. Just
we
another
don't
spam.
we don't use that. So you can put a simple thing. I have a phrase here that I just copy and put there and paste, and it's like, oh, we have connections in common, whatever, and I think it will be nice to have you on my network. Oh, thank you, Carol. This goes as an email to them with your name, and they, for me, 95% they answer. Whenever they answer, you have his whole life there. So if they are working down here, they are from Brazil. So I am from Brazil too. Or if they are in Indiana, oh, like I close a contract with Lear in the whole US. The manager, when we spoke, he is from the city that I was an exchange student in 97 down here in Indiana.
Yeah.
So you need to start the connection after you have all the information there that you can keep going. Like this guy, I made a connection. And after I saw, oh my gosh, he's from Columbia City. I was an exchange student there, 97, 98. Let me tell him this. So, and I just sent another mail. Oh my gosh, I just realized that and that. And I'm like, Carol, I can't believe. So, okay, let me tell you. Now we'll finish this conversation next week. I'll go there personally.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so and then my brain went to before they respond, I bet they click on your page and see
Yes.
if you're interesting,
Yes.
right? And then they decide if they want to respond. Is
Yes.
this worth responding to?
Yes, that is why you need to have your base first. Everything needs to be there very nicely, the way that you want the world
Mhm.
to see you.
That's so good. So simple.
And
It's
it's
so
simple.
simple, but it
We,
is we are in this and I feel it. We are in this world where you can work internationally and it's very easy and you can network with people internationally, but it helps so much to hear that, just that it's free and right in front of you. Like it's a no-brainer. Like why are you not when you fly to, Italy, making contact with different people who, you can add value to and
yes,
and create that relationship. I just think that I don't know why I didn't think about it that way. I think I saw it so digitally. So I feel like it's easy to be disconnected from people because it is digital. Now I think seeing it as able to actually build real relationships. I love that you say that you just fly there now. Well, I'm actually going to be going there. We should
yes.
meet. Yeah.
And think about this. I am from Brazil and I opened the market down here. How I know everybody, like all this market here? LinkedIn. This will be so easy for you to think about this and to make those connections on your world too.
Mhm.
That is a game changer. If we have this, we change the whole game. And on your world, you will be such a different person because you will add value to the company.
Mhm.
So they hire you, or you will do a great job for your company because you have all the connections. What do you want? What is your next step? I'll get there for you. Which
Mhm.
state? Which country? I'm
Mm.
validate. Go get all this. It is not a big deal. We can do it. And
Mhm.
the best thing is we do this once. Whenever you have your base done, you are validate forever. Because this is
Mhm.
a game changer.
Mhm.
Everybody needs to be in the platform, but they need to know how to play the game and use the benefit of this. That
Mhm.
will be amazing for your life and a game changer. You always you will call me, Carol, why I did not did this before.
I know. I'm like, "Oh, let me go to Ohio. Let's chat." It's so fun. And it is like, you got that right, the base. Take
Yes.
time on the base. And I feel like a lot of that is psychological because I think a lot of people are working and they're doing and they're showing their life, but when you actually have a choice, and I see this a lot with entrepreneurs too, and like I feel guilty to this too sometimes, but it's you have a choice in who you want to be, how you want to show up. And I think sometimes people get stuck because they're like, "Wait." And I know I'm guilty of this. I feel like, "Oh, if I do it this way, then I'm stuck in a pigeonhole and I'm backed up against this wall into only this and then people only see me as that." Or some people are like, "Oh, well, I don't even know what I want to do." So now there's nothing there because I haven't committed to who I want to add value to. I haven't committed to who I want to be. And I know this especially in young people too, is that they don't fill their base because again, they don't have a career yet. So they don't really, but it sounds like based on what you're saying, people have a lot more control over. that than what they feel like. Or do you get what I'm saying? Or do you feel like other people don't necessarily have that issue?
I think on the platform, like the feel there, because you have only one thing to do there.
Mhm.
As I told you, is not to make friends. So we take this out to make
Mhm.
business. So I think that is why I love that. We go there, and if you make this network or if you do anything that you do, they know why you are doing.
Mhm.
So
I
there
hear
is
that.
no way that you think that I'm connecting you just because I thought um, anything else than you add value to me or I want to do any business with you. So this is simple.
Oh, yeah. So it's
You
very. Yep.
straight to the point.
Yes. Yep.
It's not a platform that you go there and you add like 100 people. No, what all the context that you have needs to make sense to your world, business world. This is what I'm saying. And you can go like in another world to like your university, this and that and that. But if you think all the world here is professional, is academic, professional, in books, whatever, but is everything at the same page? So you know what people are looking for. Like, oh,
Mhm.
they are following me because of this or that, and this is the
Mhm.
way. So I think that makes simple the
Yeah.
way.
Everyone's there for the same reasons. Yeah.
Same reason. I love that. I don't need to say that. So if I go to you and ask for a business, that will not be rude, will be okay.
Yeah.
And another thing that people sometimes doesn't do, and I always kind of, hey, you need to do this, is you need to put your strongest points in life there, very clear and loud. The way that you say is very important. So I can say, oh, I worked to this project, or no, I closed the biggest contract in my company with this value, or whatever. The way that you say, you need to say very nice and loud, because this is what you want to see. It's not something soft and slow. No,
Mhm.
it's not like this. So you need to
Yeah.
go straight to the point. So, and the good thing is, if I closed a deal, a very good deal, 15 years ago, which is there. I
Mhm.
still close contracts today because of that project that I closed 15 years ago.
Mhm.
This is how I love that. So if you go to any social media, if you put something today, tomorrow is old. There is not, is validate.
Mm.
So anybody that wants to close anything with me, they don't ask me. I don't need to explain who I am. It's
They
there.
see it there.
It's there. I don't need to say anything. And I see a lot of people explain too much. Come on, let's go to the next step. I'm here to make business, to do connection, not explain myself.
Yeah. I love, 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 love that.
Yeah.
Because it is, you shouldn't have to explain yourself. It's already laid out. Your track record is there. Who you know is there. All your accomplishments are there.
Yes.
Like you said, you're validated. I love that. And let's say you have someone come to you and they got no LinkedIn. No LinkedIn. How long would it take for them to start building that validation? Like if they said, "Okay, I'm going to build my base. How much do I need to engage? How many hours do I need to spend? Do I need to shift my entire job to make it, you know, a LinkedIn specialist? Like how many hours should I spend? Do I need somebody to do this for me?" I mean, what do you typically recommend people when they're starting from zero?
Well, when they start from zero, this is I have a methodology, and I teach this.
Okay.
So yeah, so I usually I can go to the company when I'm do this in company in one day. They finish everything and they just start to play the game, and I start to follow them to see if that is right. If this is online, we can do this in 2 days because I can give to or in a one day. But normally this is the one by one.
Mhm.
But I have my course in 3 months that is six online, and we finish this. We make that happen. We go step by step and play the game. And this is amazing. Amazing. Because I've been seeing all like I've been to university and all that, but the connections you cannot make without LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So I have all my leads here every single day. So if you have a company, think about this. I have a company and I want to pass this to somebody that works with me so they can call, and all of this is right here. Is everybody there? They just need to know how to play the game. So this in-company mentoring is nice because they want to in one day they finish everything.
Mm.
If they don't want to lose time,
Mhm.
so after that they have their base. They start to validate. They need just to ask, and they start to play the game. And this is when we are in company, but the rest is like 5 mentoring, and we are done.
Wow. So they
You
just kind of get in and then just start.
Yes,
Is
we
it
go
not,
step by step.
okay. So
We
it's
do online step by step, and sometimes you want you and your crew to be there because makes sense for you that the people that works with you in your company they know to play the game too. So we go step by step in 5 times, and you are done. Everything online.
that's so amazing. And you work with individuals, but you work is your
Groups.
mostly work with big groups, so with companies? What sizes of companies?
Well, that depends. Like we will start one next week. So from next week, in this 3 months, I'm with this group. And so in the next 3 months, I'm with this group. So we start 3 in 3 months, a new group, but we can have one by one too.
Mhm.
But what I can tell you, this was a game changer in my life to help people because before I did my methodology, I just did my business and I got the money with that. Good.
Right.
I was fine with that. That was great. Now I make money and I help you to change your life. That is amazing for me.
Mhm.
That is like more than that is a gratitude. Like think about, oh my gosh, that will change totally their lives.
Mhm.
This is more than business for me.
Yes, and that's what my friend Danelle Delgado, I don't know if you know her, but she's an amazing human, and she always says, like, that's the second mountain. You know, the
Yes.
first mountain you climb is like you do the business, you do the thing, you make the money, you have a good life, like everything's great. You consuming, you're helping people, but you're making it to the top of the mountain, right? And then the second mountain is more about
Legacies.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is amazing because it's the impact that you were passing to the world to make the world better, to help people like be better in their professional life, to make more money.
And it makes a big impact, especially nowadays when people can't find jobs and they need a pay raise, a simple pay raise. I'm sure something like LinkedIn actually helps people get the validation they need to be able to find a new job or to be able to get the pay raise or the training or anything like that. And I know companies, sometimes can look for people that have certain trainings, right? And so, like you said earlier, you don't have to go and explain that to everybody. You just display it, and those who are looking for you will find you.
And think about this, you need to display just once and it's done.
Hmm.
How in the world? we are losing our time to not have this display and make our life so much easier, professional life.
Mhm.
So this is the game that I played my whole life. If you tell me, Carol, I will do this, but not using LinkedIn, I cannot, because my whole day is here and make life so easy.
Mhm.
And you make your time much more value, which much more value, because you connect always, not always, but most of the time you connect the right person to
Mhm.
talk, the decision maker,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you that changes everything.
Yeah.
And
And
another
what
thing that
difference?
people don't think about it, this can be a job for you, because I can get all the leads and give to you. So you don't want to go there, right? This can be a job, because I can make all the leads for your company and you pay me for that.
Yeah.
See?
Mhm. There's so many opportunities, right?
Yes.
Do you think that AI is changing the game a little bit in the space of LinkedIn, and
Yes.
how?
Well, it's been simple too. If you have no idea how to use, it's just a button there. You can just click and put your thoughts, and they give to you. It's like this. So it is so easy to use that impress you.
Mhm.
Like on LinkedIn, you can be a top sales, top voice, top many things there that add more value. So to be a top sales, let me give you this. You need to write 3 answers, 3 questions every day, and they will check for you if you are okay or not. If you and
Oh, so your activity.
yes, so whenever you are answering, the you can took the AI and see the question too. They can help you.
Mm.
So the game is changing a lot, and I think as much as we can use and learn, that will help us.
Mhm. And
Because
it'll connect everybody.
yes,
Do you have an idea, and you may not. Do you have an idea on an ROI, a return on investment, that you think LinkedIn gives people in business in time format? So like if I were to say, "Oh, do I need to spend 1 hour, 5 hours, 20 hours, 40 hours a week?" And what kind of return? Do people ever talk to you in returns, or
well, what I can tell you first, you need to know the value this for your life. If you have this passion that I have,
Mhm.
you will say, "Oh no, I'm not spending another social media. Here, I make my money."
Mm.
So, what I can tell you is more a mindset,
Mhm.
because it is not something that I tell, "Oh, if you spend 3 hours or 2 hours or 40 hours," it is not about this.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have anything, it is not mandatory like Instagram. You need to do the every day, or,
Mhm.
for the
Mhm.
back there is not mandatory, is not, it is another game, and you need just to add value, but you also will be in your, I always use this name, bubble. Is your world, where you want to be. So it's so nice, because everybody there is the market there, everybody's involved. What you want to hear, like, let me give an example. I'm doing business for the dog treat. So now I've been in the world, on the dog treat world on LinkedIn. So it's nice for me in the morning to have my groups and all that talks about this, because sometimes I can have insight or anything that will be nice for me. Or let me give you another example. I've been talk with um, the corporate side of Dollar Tree. And if they have any news about Dollar Tree from that day, think about this. It's been like 10 days that I don't talk with the buyer. I can just send to him and start to talk. So everything depends the way that you use. And
Mhm.
what I can tell you, if you see the value, you will not stop using. You will
Mhm.
love it because they will have so much benefits to you
Mhm.
that you say, oh my God, like I never, if I have any trip scheduled, I check everything first. I never do any trip that I don't have the connections that I need to use.
Mhm.
That makes sense to me. But
Mhm.
sometimes you don't know how to use, you don't know the value. So this is a mindset. Whenever you have the value, very oh, this make that is a game changer. So you will spend as much. I don't spend. I work there, but like I do all my business, but it is not some hours that you need to spend.
Yeah. Mhm. You're not, like, scrolling and just yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I love all of this, and I think anybody who listens to this can find value in just I know they think and know that LinkedIn's there. "No, I need to be on LinkedIn," but I think today you really expressed the importance and also the power that LinkedIn has, not just for to changing your career or not just professionally, but also to change your entire life depending on what you want to do, or how to grow your business or how to change your career, how to get a pay raise or any of that. I think you shared a lot that even someone who's like me that is in tech and all about it needs to hear. I think people need to hear it. So, where can people find you? Where can they get your methodologies? Where can they say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, I need her in my corner because I cannot do this alone." Where
Right.
can they find you? Obviously LinkedIn, but if you could
On
share, that would be
LinkedIn,
great.
I am my name on LinkedIn is Carol Moya MBA.
Mhm.
And I am also on Instagram, Carol Cardoza Moya. My last name is Cardoso Moya Moya.
Mhm.
So is where I am. And I always and on the back of my book, I always put this because I think this is express LinkedIn. Don't don't how can I explain this? Don't be low, be global because you have this on your hand.
Mhm. Don't be
Something
local, be global.
you have all this there. So
Mhm.
it's just a game changer. It's like why you
Mhm.
will connect just with this that you connect like if you put this like you guys have like your all your history will be in English. So the whole world can see that.
Mhm.
So why not put this there and be global
Mhm.
and make connection with everybody and make business with everybody? I did business with more than 30 companies and is everything there?
Well, thank you so much because
Ooh,
like I said, you take something that seems so simple and you make it urgent, right?
yes.
You make it urgent
I
because it
love
may
there.
not always be this way. So I think it's important for all of us to just take advantage now.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you to invite me. That was an honor. And I really appreciate it. And if I can help with anything, I'm here. I'm here to add. And I think together we are more strong.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Well, thanks so much, Carol.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, my friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Work Better podcast. I hope you've wrapped up your golden nugget and take it with you on your journey to finish out the week. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, leave a review, or reach out to me personally if you have any special requests for guests or questions you'd like me to share on the show. In the meantime, I'll be over here rooting for you. Until next time.